Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Center for Spiritual Living, Delaware. We got a nice rainy day here. My flowers are loving it, my garden, so I'm really happy that we're getting rain. Sorry for everyone who's at the beach this weekend, but I'm happy about it. Yeah, we've got a beautiful holiday weekend here, and we're glad you're with us. So I'm going to start with a song that I wrote in a 2-hour Zoom songwriting session a couple years ago with Judy Cass and Melinda Wood Allen, called Calling All Souls. Calling all souls wandering in the dark, come on home, no matter where you are. You're not alone, though we are apart. Calling all souls, come home to your heart. An eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind. If I won't see your point of view and you don't see mine, where do we go from here? Where do we go? Belong. Sometimes it can seem as though the dream is gone. Where do we go from here? Where do we go? Calling all souls wandering in the dark, come on home, no matter where you are. You're not alone, though we are apart. Calling all souls, come home to your heart. If we don't like where this world is bound, it's not too late, we can turn it around. Where will we go from here? Where will we go? When a stone is thrown, we have a choice to make, a war to wage or a higher road to take. Where will we go from here? Where will we go? Calling all souls wandering in the dark, come on home, no matter where you are. You're not alone, though we are apart. Calling all souls, come home to your heart. Oh, where will we go? Ooh, where will we go? Where will we go? Calling all souls wandering in the dark, come on home, no matter where you are. You're not alone, though we are apart. Calling all souls, come home to your heart. Calling all souls wandering in the dark, come on home, no matter where you are. You're not alone, though we are apart. Calling all souls, come home to your heart.
All right, wasn't that beautiful? Let's give her a hand.
Thank you, thank you. Good morning, everyone. If you're just joining us, I'm Deb Chamberlain. Welcome to Center for Spiritual Living, Delaware. We're so glad you're here in person or on YouTube. YouTube and MeTube. So who'd like to come up and sing The Presence is Here?
I would, me.
Okay, just real quick, let us know your number.
22.
19.
20.
21.
The presence is here. The presence is here. Love and spirit prevail on each face. The presence is here. Amen. The presence is here. I will meet you in grace. The presence is here. The presence is here. Love and spirit prevail on each face. The presence is here. Amen. The presence is here. I will meet you in grace. The presence is here. The presence is here. Love and spirit prevail on each face. The presence is here. Amen. The presence is here. I will meet you in grace. I will meet you in grace. And Reverend Kathleen.
Good morning, beloved community. How are you doing? I'm Reverend Kathleen Johnson. I'm delighted to be here in service to this beloved community, whether you're here in person or those of you who are online joining us here today. So, this particular time of year when new things continue to show up on the trees and the bushes and the plants, I'm just listening to what Spirit's telling me to say. Who knows what's coming next? I am aware that we are very much demonstrations of that creativity of nature. And that is one of the beautiful hallmarks of our teaching, is that creative nature that we reside in and that we can access consciously, more consciously than ever before, not only for our good, but for the good of the entire planet. So I am encouraging all of us to honor that creativity as a contribution that we can give to this experience that we have today. Right? Yes. So let's open our hearts and ask ourselves, what is my particular gift that I'm bringing to this community today? Hearts open, minds open, listening deeply. What is that gift? Getting one that's really different than usual. And then let's stand up and announce it into the room, plant it in the universal soil of creative mind, and then we get to watch how it demonstrates throughout the service. So repeat after me. The gift that I am bringing today is, I'm going to do it this way. The gift that I am bringing today is clarity. Ooh. My hands are vibrating. All right, let's have a seat and allow ourselves to rest in this beautiful soup of creativity that we're co-creating together. And so I'm going to invite Dean now to continue to add to that creative soup with a beautiful prayer called Spiritual Mind Treatment.
Yee-haw.
Yes.
So just before we begin this treatment, I asked you to look around at this community. This community of the morning. And if you're at home in your sanctuary, hold your hand on your heart and breathe in and be aware of what your community is. And so as I begin this prayer, I ask each one of us to bring into awareness one thing of which you are certain. Preferably something that has a sense of positivity, possibility, love, a God quality. As I speak this word about those God qualities, as those God qualities, through those God qualities of love and peace and joy and intelligence, wisdom, creativity, life. And in this moment, I choose to embrace all of these qualities in their wholeness as they express through me, as they express through each one of us, and as they express through all of us. All of us in this room, all of us in this community, all of us in this state, all of us in this continent, on this continent, and in this world. And I speak this word for that aspect of God known as the Center for Spiritual Living Delaware and our time in sanctuary today, which is absolutely blessed. Of this I am certain. I know that each one of us is blessed, that every aspect of service today is blessed. The affirmations that bubble up in our awareness are blessed. And most particularly, I know that Reverend Dr. Kathleen Johnson and her message is blessed today as Spirit continues to speak through her with the vibrance, the radiance, and the peace that is her authentic self, expressing in this time, in this place, in this community. And even if there might be a sense at any point of uncertainty, I simply embrace it. And know that this sanctuary is filled to the brim with certainty and love. And should there be any sense of uncertainty, then bring it on. For the love of God is ever present here, absolutely, wholly, completely. And for this I'm grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Happy, happy, happy. And in this gratitude, I release my word. I release this word into the certainty of the principles of the science of mind, into the certainty of the principles of God, the qualities of God. And in those qualities of God, those love, that peace, that joy, I simply embrace it all with the certainty of love, and we all get to say together in community, yes! And so it is.
We are live. Good. Hello, I'm Jim Harvin, your announcer for today. All right. And good morning and grand rising. So today we have Dwayne Preston as our YouTube host. And as always, make sure your phone is on airplane mode, stun, whatever you off, whatever you can do to help support the quality of our service. And so now let us affirm the CSL Delaware intention statement, which is right up there. We, the Center for Spiritual Living Delaware, are an inclusive, inspiring, joyful, ever-expanding spiritual community rooted in new thought, ancient wisdom principles. We are here to be the presence of love, co-creating heaven on earth, a world that works for all. And now for some announcements. Today is the Men's Care Circle. Thank you. Meeting, and it is being held from 12:15 to 2 o'clock at Six Poppers Restaurant right down the road. And if you're interested, you need to see this guy right there. In fact, do you want a hands no? Okay. In that case, we'll move on to the Women's Empowerment Circle.
Yes, we can.
Now there's choreography.
Yeah. And
That would have to be Yes We Can with the little kid.
oh.
Okay, I support that. Let's go.
Okay, Dan, you're going to need to have that Pointer Sisters song ready for that. And it will be held next Sunday, May 31st, in the Orange Room. Lunch is at 12 o'clock, and circle time is from 12:30 to 1:30. And bring a lunch if you're coming. And it says, bring lunch items to share. So bring something to share.
Normally it says fourth, but it's this month,
It's the fifth Sunday. Okay, a little bit different. And Reverend Kathleen is going to bring us salad. Okay, so on next Saturday, this coming Saturday, there's a party. This party is being held by Bob Simon, and it's a housewarming party. His house is it's right off Kirkwood Highways. It's near the Marshalls, if I remember right. And so on Saturday, May 30th, from 3 to 9, he's having a housewarming party. Come at any time. There's no cost. He's going to have food and beverages there, and Sharon Bosquet and maybe some other folks will be offering music at 6 p.m. So if you're interested and you have free time, come and...
Is this a Tom Sawyer event where you bring a paintbrush?
No.
No?
Yeah,
It's just a
no.
party? That's great.
I think this one is just, the theme of it is peace and love.
I love
So it's
it.
like peace. So wear your tie-dye t-shirts if you can. Join wandering monk Brian Lotman for an evening of blissful immersion in chanting to open the heart on Friday, June 26th from 7 to 8:30 p.m. at Bumblebee Farm. And then the next day, Sunday, June 28th, he will be our guest speaker and will lead a workshop after service called Awakening the Chakras, and Awakening the Chakras and Repairing the Aura. And that's from 12:30 to 2. There's a suggested love offering of $30 for each workshop. So you can do one, both, if you want. And Candace, do you want to say anything about that?
Just come. It's so much fun. It's intimate. It's beautiful. It's peaceful. Our energies rise together.
Yes.
It's pure joy. So
Yes. Brian is a special guy. He's pure awareness. Yes. So, as we've been talking many times about this strategic plan, which we'll call Spirit Calling, Spirit calling us, because this strategic plan sounds a little bit more like a business venture. We're really talking about a spiritual venture, and so I'm inviting Reverend Kathleen to come up and talk about it a little bit. And are you on?
I think so.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah, there
good,
we go. Yes. So we're a spiritual community, right? Oh, Michelle wants me over there. We're a spiritual community. The way that we do what the corporate world calls strategic plan is different because we consult the divine within. And I'll be talking more about this actually a little bit in my talk today. But what I'm wanting to invite all of you, I know we've gotten involved with values. And by the way, how's the values going?
Well, we have 31 votes, and there's some clear winners coming out of that. But I know there's more people out there than 31 in our community.
Yeah.
And we want everybody's involvement in this. And I know people might have some confusion about what is this strategic plan or spirit calling? What is this all about?
Yeah, it has nothing to do with us being broken or anything.
No.
This is about full participation in co-creating our future.
Right.
You know, we're ever evolving, we're ever unfolding. So that's the beauty of understanding it from a spiritual perspective is that things aren't stagnant. They're moving, and then there's a call for something more.
Change happens.
Yeah, change happens anyway. So let's participate.
Exactly.
In the way that the direction that it goes. Right. Yeah.
And this planning is all organizations have these plannings because they realize things change. Nothing is stagnant, and it also provides this path for us to know what we're going to do for the next several years. And there's some big ideas. There's big ideas of having our own place, and you're staying here forever, right? So you're not you're not leaving.
I'm going to be here for a while. Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm pretty vital at this point.
but I think it's very helpful for us to know. It also supports the board because once the community kind of tells us what the values are.
Let's say God working through the community.
God working through the community. It's telling us this is what we want to do, and then it allows the board to have this path forward. So we have a couple more weeks before the June 14th when we have.
And do you have some ballots in there that people can have?
I have some extra ballots if anybody hasn't voted yet. Anybody hasn't voted? So it's important, and if those are on Zoom, you can always email myself or Virgie the votes if you have them, 7 values. If there's an email that came out, you should probably know what they are at this point, but we'll entertain the votes until the end in preparation for this June 14th presentation of the core values with Reverend Susie Shadle. So we just want to make sure everybody is involved in this because it's your community. And if there's any questions whatsoever, please, you can ask Reverend Kathleen, you can ask me, you can ask Janet, you can ask Virgie, but we just don't want to have confusion. We want everybody to be well aware of what's going on and fully participating. So.
And Reverend Susie, we talked to her this week, let us know that she's a fun person. So we're going to have some fun too.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So that's it. If you want to look for other CSL activities, please visit our website or newsletter. And now, Deb.
Thank you. Thank you, James. So if you want to stand, please feel free to stand. We're going to sing together The Hands of Love. When I give to you, I give to me, I give to everyone. When I pray for you, I pray for me, I pray for everyone. It's a cycle of love that begins as one. hands become the hands of love. When I speak, I hear for you. I hear for you. I speak for everyone. When I sing for you. I sing for me. I sing for everyone. It's a cycle of love that begins as one. May my voice become the voice of love. When I feel for you. I feel for me. I feel for everyone. When I love for you. I love for me. I love for everyone. It's a cycle of love that begins as one. May my heart become the heart of love. It's a cycle of love that returns as one. May my voice become the voice of love. Yes, this cycle of love begins and returns as one. May our hands become the hands of love. The hands of love. The hands of love. Yay, thank you for singing with me. And Tisha, we love you. We need some Tisha. Tisha.
Hello. I am Tisha, your reader. Dwayne, can you hear me? Yes. Yes, I had a complaint last time that I didn't say anything funny.
Sometimes when you say things funny, they go off to the side, so speak into
So I'm speaking into the mic to be funny for Dwayne. I've written a joke. Are you ready? I just wrote it. What did the doubtful blind man always, why did the doubtful blind man always carry a map wherever he went? Why? Because, though he wasn't sure, he might just bump into a community of people who would help him read it.
That's hilarious.
Hilarious. But it's not that funny because it's about what we're doing today. So the theme for 2026 is open at the top. The theme for May, divine doubt. Today's topic, communal uncertainty. The great mystic and civil rights leader Howard Thurman wrote about the inescapable pull of the need for human connection. Same thing, inescapable, escapable, we're all kind of confused. No, inescapable. Human connection for spiritual community. In his book, Disciples of the Spirit, he emphasizes the moving finger of God in human history points ever in the same direction. There must be community. Always in the collective conscience and in the private will, this intent appears and reappears. When the hunger in a person's heart merges with what seems to be the fundamental intent of life, Communion with God, the creator of life, is not only possible, but urgent. Minister, therapist, community advocate Wayne Mueller also wrote about the value of spiritual community. He said, "We are called to be strong companions and clear mirrors to one another, to seek those who reflect with compassion and a keen eye how we're doing. We need the nourishing company of others to create the circle needed for growth, freedom, and healing. And together, we can affirm, I recognize my doubt as holy and productive." Thank you, and we'll welcome Reverend Kathleen Johnson, who probably also has a joke.
Used up my doubt joke last week. All right, so you may be wondering, why all this focus on doubt over and over and over again each week? Well, let's begin with the ultimate truth, is that there is a perfect wholeness that is the divine, and humanity is forever bound together in and as that one. And I think I'm going to need some water. I brought a water bottle with me, but I left it in the car. Thank you, Marcia. So our joys, our hopes, our fears, and yes, our doubts are our shared experiences. I think I better wait and breathe. Let's just all breathe together. Thank you, Marcia. Appreciate it. So this divine connection, this is very interesting, because I did not have this going on. So what's going on here? So as we stand in the wholeness of who we are, and who we are not only collectively, but the truth of the Spirit. Thank you very much. Look at all, this is community, right? Thank you so much. Thank you, Deb. Is this your secret of why your voice is always so clear? So, again, as community, the beauty of it, you heard the directive of Howard Thurman. There must be community. And why? Because not only are we bound together in and as the one, but we offer one another a very important ingredient. Love. Love, in the form of compassion and understanding and providing Ricola, what is this? Ricola, citramelon, whatever it is, throat lozenges, and water. We have this beautiful network of community that allows us to navigate through life with a little more grace and a little more ease. And yes, there are doubts. We're no longer saying that, I just have perfect faith here and now. I mean, yes, we can declare it, but also we have learned that when you continue to push down the doubts and the fears and the worries and that kind of thing and don't bring them into the light, that they can run your life in a way that you really would rather not happen. So we have learned, we as a movement have learned the importance of taking the time and noticing where our doubts and our fears are and bringing them to light. And it really helps to bring them to the light with another person who has the heart to hold you while you work through it. And then come back into a center, an awareness of the ultimate reality, the spiritual truth, in a deeper and more meaningful fashion for you. Each one of us are on our own unique journeys, and yet we share some common values and purpose and spiritual teachings, which I am so totally invested in it, if you haven't already noticed, because it's transformed my life. So, as we share our uncertainty, let us know that they're not only our own. We're part of a collective, unconscious, or what Ernest Holmes called race consciousness. He meant human race consciousness. And so when we're brave enough to say, I'm struggling with the spiritual truth when I look out and see what's going on in our world. Believe me, you're not the only one that's thinking that. And yet when we bring it to the light, it not only helps to bring us to a greater awareness of things that we can do in consciousness and action, but it also gives the person next to you permission to share what's going on for them. So there's also another value to this thing called doubt that we've been talking about, and that when we voice that, there's something that happens if we decide to be curious about it. All right, so I have this doubt. I wonder what's really true. I wonder if there's a way that another perspective, another way I can look at it that will help me stay more in alignment with who I am in truth. So doubt can lead to curiosity and wonder, which can then have the result of dissolving the doubt and moving us into creative solution. And also having a fresh, living experience of the divine in our lives in action. Mark Nepo has an absolutely stunning metaphor for this that he calls the wheel of connection. So he says, imagine that each of us is a spoke in an infinite wheel. No two spokes are the same. The rim of the wheel is our living sense of community. So you know how the rim connects all the spokes. The hub, where all the spokes join, is the one center where all souls meet. So that hub in the center. That wholeness, that moment of unity, is God. So let's experience that. Let's tap into that idea of that hub, that wholeness, that unity that we call God. I invite you to close your eyes if you're comfortable, or keep your eyes slightly open and gaze toward the floor. And settle in, both feet flat on the floor to help you ground. And take a deep, slow breath. In and out. Relaxing completely into the chair. And bring one, again, you're coming from your divine self and you're gazing upon these things that arise into your awareness. So just notice if there is a doubt or an uncertainty or question that's rising into your awareness. Notice it. Is it a doubt about your personal self? About a relationship? About the state of our world? About our environment or our politics? Notice it. Notice where it sits in your body. This is a beautiful opportunity to see how this operates, this thing called doubt. a tightness in your chest, or a flutter in your stomach, or a heaviness in your shoulders. Where is it located? And breathe into it without trying to fix it. Let it be holy. Let it be used for a greater good. Keeping your eyes closed, become aware of everyone around you and people streaming online as well, the greater community. Realize that you are not the only one holding an uncertainty today. The person to your left is carrying uncertainty. The person to your right is also. Imagine golden threads traveling from your heart, connected to the hearts of everyone in this spiritual community. Golden threads traveling through your heart, connecting to all hearts in the entire spiritual community. Our shared human experience, yes, even our shared experience of doubt, can now rest in the safety net of divine love. You do not have to resolve your doubt alone to be worthy of this circle. You are embraced exactly as you are. Take one more deep breath. Feeling the relief of not needing to have all the answers. When you are ready, open your eyes and return to the room. So, when we lean into shared uncertainty, shared doubt, with open hearts and the sense of love for one another, that deep felt sense, that deep sense of the presence of the Spirit where we are operating through that, amazing things happen. Amazing things happen. Doubt transforms from fear into curiosity. I'm curious. I'm curious. And then also, if there's some condition that you're dealing with, it can also spark a sense of urgency. Well, what is mine to do? What is mine to do? So as a member of the Center for Spiritual Living, actually Centers for Spiritual Living, we have a shared global vision, which is a world that works for everyone. And yet, I get it. When we look out at what's going on in the world, we're like, is this even possible? This sounds like a really huge, huge dream. Is this possible? And so if we sit with that awareness that there is maybe this resistance, like, oh, can that possibly happen? Is that we then consider that maybe that doubt, if we understand it as part of our journey, how is it for us? How is this doubt for me? Then it can spark us into, let's say, spark our imagination and maybe help motivate us to take our part in transforming whatever is not looking like a world that works for everyone, in ourselves and all around us. So here's some examples. Doubting that whether we can avoid the environmental crisis, if we allow ourselves to bring that to spirit, bring that into the light, then it could spark maybe some innovation that we can bring forward. And I know there have been lots of innovations, of amazing innovations, and a lot of young people involved in these innovations that can help our environment, and the big time things. Doubt about humanity's ability to overcome division. Well, it can ignite, and I think Deb brought this up last week, it can ignite conversations, communication, new ways of collaboration. Deb, were you the one who was talking about the family that where the mother and the father and the children had different political positions, and they have a podcast and they have communication about their differences? Necessary conversations, yeah. So that's what can happen when we address our doubt and we also bring it to spirit. It's not just hanging out in the doubt, but bring it to spirit, bring it to the light, bring it to community and have conversations about it. Amazing creativity happens because we're opening our hearts and our minds to possibility. What are the possibilities here? One of the things we don't want to do, though, is what we call blind faith or blind optimism, which is basically saying, or it's kind of a passive thing that says, you know what, God's going to fix it so I don't have to do anything about it. So that's one of the challenges of people who just say, you know what, God's going to handle it, so I'll just go about my business and do what I'm going to do. Ernest Holmes says very clearly that the Spirit of God works through us. Oh, here it is. He says, infinite and immutable as the law is, the universal law of the divine, it must flow through us in order to manifest for us. Spirit needs a vehicle. We are the vehicle of Spirit. We are the Spirit.
It comes through us, but it also comes to us in ways we don't expect.
Yeah, but through us. The idea is that the inspiration flows through us and moves us into action. So that's the whole idea. All right, so we are the vehicle. What is the fuel? I really contemplated this. It's contrast. Dean and I were having a conversation about this, when we were praying this morning, that the way that this is all designed is that there is contrast that ignites new desires. Abraham Hicks calls it rockets of desire that spur on new creation. So if we can look at that, we can stay in a place of, how is this for me? How can I use this for the greater good? So that's why this whole thing about entertaining our doubts and our uncertainties, which sounds like, why do we want to do that? We want to deepen our faith. Well, that's part of the path of deepening our faith. Studying spiritual principles, but also being willing to look at what our doubts and our fears are. So this reminds me of a story, actually, of a father who brought two sons, aged 5 and 9, to serve a community of people who lived in tents. It was Tent City on Mercer Island in Washington State. And what happened was a lot of questions. The 5-year-old and the 9-year-old were like, well, why don't these people have homes? And why can't they just go out and buy their own food? Things like that. Which gave him an opportunity to share some of the challenges that these folks were going through. Tough life situations. And also the importance of a social safety net. A safety net of love that's provided by people who do have the ways and the means to provide time, talent, and resources. So it was a beautiful education for these two boys. And so the thing that they also noticed, this family noticed, is that despite all of the hardships, there was like this community that these people had formed with each other. And they were profoundly grateful for the food. And they were delighted. There were children there as well. So after dinner, the father happened to notice that his 9-year-old was holding court with several of the elderly gentlemen who were watching a small TV, watching sports, having conversations, and how engaged his 9-year-old son was with these men. Listening, sharing in stories, asking questions. And then the beautiful thing that happened after that point was when the men got up to leave and go back to their tents, the little boy said, "Thanks for coming to dinner with us." You know, with a sweet, sincere voice, to which there was not a dry eye in the house. The men were crying, the father was crying, and the son, I think, got a little extra hug on the way home for his kindness, shared dignity, shared sense of community. So that's the kind of thing that can happen when there is some uncertainty related to community, is that something really beautiful can be birthed out of it. When we ask the questions, the kids were asked the questions, the father answered them the best that they could, but then that experience of connection, that experience of love and shared stories, brought these children to a new awareness of their connection with a larger circle than just their family and friends, a community of humanity. Beautiful. Thich Nhat Hanh taught the value of Sangha, which he defined as a community of spiritual practice, study, and shared strength. And he wrote, "Taking refuge in Sangha is a deep spiritual practice. You become the Sangha. You become the Sangha. If you are a drop of water, you might wonder whether you have the capacity to go to the ocean. But when you become a river of Sangha, you will certainly come to the ocean." He said, there's no doubt. In Sangha, the river of Sangha, you will certainly come to the ocean. So a vital part of the river, of CSL, or as a vital part of the river, each one of us, of Center for Spiritual Living Delaware, your doubt becomes absorbed in a larger purpose, a shared purpose. And I think you probably know where I'm going with this. Because we do have an opportunity as community to join deeply into this idea of shared purpose with what's coming up in this next several weeks, when Reverend Susie comes and supports us in this process of a collective set, not only of values, but a collective vision of where we're going in the future. Up until now, a small group of our community has been doing the visioning. Originally, it was our founders, and then it's been a visioning core that meets monthly. The visioning core is now on hiatus because what we're doing is we're giving this beautiful opportunity to every single one of you. And I am trusting, I'm asking you to put this on your calendar. I'm asking you to participate when Reverend Susie comes on the 13th, Saturday the 13th. She'll be in the Orange Room with us. I mean, you can read it in the newsletter if you want the details, and then Sunday she'll be here with us and another visioning after service. What we do is a series of visionings and collate the results. And the more of you that participate, the more of, it's kind of like a graphic or a graphic where there are all these different pixels, and each one of you are pixels in the bigger picture of where we're going as community. So I'm very excited about this process, and I'm hoping I'm relaying it to all of you what an awesome opportunity this is. So let's just anchor all of this in prayer, if we would. So there is one and only one presence, one life, one power. This presence is all-encompassing, omnipresence. So that means each and every soul in this room and online that we call the Center for Spiritual Living Delaware community is an expression, an extension, an individualization of this one. And I speak this word about our direction as spiritual community, that there is a vitality, there is a beautiful sense of something amazing happening here in, through, and as us. This thing called life, this thing called vision, new creation, new ideas, moving in us, through us, and as us, and also knowing there's another aspect of this, which is not only the evolution of the community as a whole in consciousness, the evolution of each and every one of us in consciousness as we align with this vision, that pull of the vision, and the understanding that there is no vision without provision, the all-providing nature of the divine, supporting us in each and every way. And so my heart is wide open, available, and ready to address, and I'm knowing all of us have the strength to address our fears and concerns, bring them to the light of community, bring them to the light of awareness, and use them to deepen our faith, to deepen our sense of certainty of this one all-providing source that is moving with us as we move through life together. And this beautiful safety net of love in which we live, move, and have our being, called the Center for Spiritual Living Delaware, beloved community. And so I rest in that truth with a heart open, with my mind open to the flow of divine inspiration when I continue to stay in the question of what is mine to do in all of this. I also am feeling so grateful in this moment to be speaking this word on behalf of this greater vision, on behalf of our evolutionary process together. And I release this word now to the action of universal law, standing firmly and strongly in the knowing, and this is where the certainty comes in, that universal law only knows yes, is taking this word and bringing it into amazing manifestation. And I invite us all to accept it with a powerful yes, and so it is. Thank you, my friends. Deb.
I'm creating something more here inside of me. Something's longing to be born, ready to set free. All of life is blessing this possibility. possibility. This or something more is happening through me, and I let go, I let go into the great unknown. Life will show, it will show. I am not alone as I let go with grateful heart, and it is so. We're creating something more here inside of us. Something's ready to be born as we let go and trust. All of life is blessing what we create with love. This or something more is happening through us as we let go. We let go into the great unknown. Life will show, it will show. We are not alone as we let go with grateful hearts, and it is so. All of life is blessing these possibilities. This or something more is on its way to you and me as we let go. We let go into the great unknown. Life will show, it will show. We are not alone as we let go with grateful hearts. Life will show us who we are. We're letting go and letting God, and it is so. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Reverend Kathleen?
Go. Oh, no. I know what I'm doing. All right. Oh, yes, Kathy.
We got a new way of doing it. My secret.
It worked, though. I mean, it's beautiful. It worked. All right. So, Kathy, this is everybody. Want to turn around and face everybody? This is Kathy. Kathy is stepping into membership today. Kathy Levin, and so Virgie's not with us today. So the nice little package of things that she gives you, she'll give you when she comes back. Virgie and Bruce. Okay. Yeah. No, that's okay. So, so Virgie and Bruce are are away celebrating their anniversary. Nice. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so Kathy, the Center for Spiritual Living Delaware, as you know, is a community of individuals dedicated to a great purpose, being the presence of love, and being the hands and the heart and the feet of the Creator, co-creating heaven on earth, a world that works for all. New Thought, Ancient Wisdom, and the Legacy of Ernest Holmes is a spiritual teaching based on oneness, the interconnectedness of all life. Oneness with spirit implies that we are individualizations of the spirit, already whole, perfect, and complete in essence. We offer user-friendly spiritual principles and practices and methods that, when used regularly, transform us, transform our consciousness, and liberate us, therefore, from beliefs of lack and limitation that hinder us from being all that we can be. So with faith, courage, and persistence, we can learn to live as that creative nature of our divine selves. So Kathy, by joining Center for Spiritual Living Delaware, our beloved spiritual community, you bless us with your unique way of expressing divine love and are joining us in our quest to be the ones whose loving is changing the world.
Thank you so much.
Yes, you're welcome. So repeat after me, speaking to the congregation. Okay? My fellow CSL Delaware members,
My fellow CSL Delaware members,
in the spirit of joy,
in the spirit of joy,
I celebrate my membership
I celebrate my membership
in Center for Spiritual Living Delaware.
with the Center for Spiritual Living in Delaware.
I intend to share my time, talent, and treasure
I intend to share my time, talent, and treasure
as I am guided.
as I am guided.
Isn't that a relief?
So I'm going to thank you all for welcoming me the last months, and it's a joy and blessing to be here. Thank you.
And there's more. There's more. Say, I intend to live a spirit-inspired life.
I intend to live a spirit-inspired life.
I intend to love and respect myself
I intend to love and respect myself
and recognize the good in myself.
and recognize the good in myself.
I also intend to respect and honor you
I also intend to respect and honor all of you
and recognize the good in you.
and recognize the good in you.
Okay, would all of our members please stand and rub your hands together and direct it toward Kathy.
Okay, thank you.
And then repeat after me. We, the members of CSL Delaware. We, the members of CSL Delaware. In the spirit of joy. In the spirit of joy. Intend to honor you. Intend to honor you. Respect you. Respect you. Look for the good in you. Look for the good in you. We value our diversity. We value our diversity. All right. So anyway, welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Delaware, and welcome to being able to share your light with ours. We're so grateful that you're willing to share your light with ours. Yeah. Yeah. Lovely, lovely.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. Okay.
Michelle. Oh no, Jim, sorry.
Oh, Jim. Jim.
Musical chair. And so now, reflect on the blessings you receive from CSL, the life-changing spiritual teachings, and the spiritual support and love of our beloved community. Then let your appreciation flow as generous tithes and offerings. And as you give, you are opening the door of your heart to receive. We accept offerings through the PayPal button on our website or by check or in cash. And those who use automatic pay or PayPal may bless the basket as it is passed. And so now we will read the blessing of our gifts. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies this offering. The Spirit gives abundantly. I receive thankfully and give again generously. This is the bounty of God, and I send it forth with wisdom and joy. Divine love and bountifully supplies and increases this offering. I give freely and fearlessly, fulfilling the law of giving and receiving.
In the flow, I'm in the flow, as I trust and I let go, more will come in its place more will come in its place as we flow with prosperity and grace. Yes, we flow with prosperity and grace.
Prayer works. And now we can join Dean for the after-service prayer circle and one-on-one prayer. You're doing both. He's so multi-talented. He can do that. The light bearer might be for today. Anybody want to be the light bearer?
So if you want to
Michelle.
one-on-one prayer, would you see Michelle and she'll give you the little prayer form to fill out? We will do it.
Yes, yes. Prayer requests can also be placed in the prayer box, a lot of P's there, located on the back table or sent by email to Peggy Frymoyer, and who will send the request to the practitioners. There's also books in the back, and if you're interested in purchasing them, somebody will be back there to help you out. And now back to Deb.
Thank you, Jim. All right, well, let's all stand together with our new member and sing, "We're All in This Together." We're all in this together. We're all in this together. Yes, we are. We're all in this together. With one heart, life was begun, flowing love to everyone. There is no place outside this love. Life is one for all, and all for one. 'Cause we're all in this together. Yeah, we're all in this together. Oh, we're all in this together. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. We're all in this together. Oh, in a heart of generosity, we can fill every need. 'Cause when I give to you, I give to me. What we give, we shall receive. 'Cause we're all in this together. Together we stand. We're all in this together. Together we rise. We're all in this together. We see with one heart. We're all in this together. Love in our eyes, every beat of the heart of man returns us to our source again. And together we grow, together we stand and co-create our sacred plan. 'Cause we're all in this together. Together in truth, we're all in this together. Together in trust, we're all in this together. With one heart, we're all in this together. Together in love, we're all in this together. Can you feel it? Yeah, we're all in this together. Yes, we are. Together, together, we're all in this together. With one heart, we're all in this together. We see with love in our eyes. Thank you all, Reverend Kathleen.
Everybody likes to serve.
And we'll make room in the front for the children.
Hey, Kath, the youths
Yeah?
are here.
They're here?
Yep. Here
Okay,
they
here
come.
they are.
Here come the Utes. And Ray.
And Nicole. Ray, too. Come on down, Ray. And Jameson and Lawson.
Grab one of the wireless, please. Kath, help her out.
Okay. Yeah, just one of these. No. Oh, that's... There we go. It's 20, Dan.
Grand Rising.
Grand Rising.
I'm Nicole, the youth teacher.
Hey. Yay, Nicole.
The lovely Ray assisted class today.
Yay, Ray!
Thank you. We are grateful to have had the following kiddos. We had Lawson and Jameson.
Yeah.
Our monthly theme is divine doubt. The topic this week was communal uncertainty. Our project is the question tree. Everyone has questions or feelings of uncertainty. Sharing these with others helps.
Lovely. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, wow. Look at that. Very nice.
All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you so much, Nicole. All right, my friends. So let's stand in the certainty of who we are in truth. And repeat after me. Perfect God within me. Perfect life within me, which is God. Come forth into expression through me. As that which I am. Peace. Love, joy, creativity, possibility. Lead me ever on the path of all-inclusive love. And cause me to see the great good. That great good that is God. In everyone and in everything. All right, let's breathe that in and open our hearts in full acceptance of this truth with a powerful yes! And so it is. Thank you, my friends.
Kathy, say goodbye to Facebook.
Goodbye, everybody. Bye,
YouTube.
everybody on YouTube.